Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video, and we doing vintage NBA Larry Bird, man. I know this is gonna be crazy. Vintage Larry Bird, vintage NBA Larry Bird. Yeah, let's get straight into it, man. You know, keep it short and sweet. We're gonna get straight into the video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's get it popping, man. We get straight into it. Definitely appreciate all love and support too, y'all. Definitely appreciate it, man. I don't know what to say. It's like I'm just speechless. So much love and support y'all show me, man. I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, let's run it up. Let's get it, man. Vintage NBA Larry Bird.
In the town of French Lick, that young Larry Bird honed his skills to perfection and grew up to become the savior of the NBA's most fabled franchise. The story of a rare bird is next on Vintage NBA. 2 seconds, 1 second. West throws it up. He makes it.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in.
Oh, spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
Yes, basketball has changed. It's always been a great game, but now it has a new spirit.
He dunks like Dr. J. He might be the new Iceman. The modern day Wilt Chamberlain. He looked like Magic Johnson. The future has arrived. You are watching what
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Vintage NBA. I'm Robin Roberts. Today, we devote our show to one of the game's all-time greats, the player known as Larry Legend, Hall of Famer Larry Bird. During the 80s, he led the Boston Celtics back to glory, while also helping to revitalize the NBA. And when his playing days were over, Larry returned home to Indiana, this time to be a coach, as he took charge of the Pacers. There he got to coach a player who's a master of clutch shooting just like Bird himself. He's Reggie Miller. And this week he's in the chair, talking about what it's like to play for a legend.
Growing up in California, everyone hated this man. Between the Lakers and the Celtics rivalry, no one really wanted to hear anything about Larry Bird.
One way or another, Bird kills you.
But being a shooter and a scorer, I could respect Larry.
Larry Bird with a big three-point bomb.
He made big shots, he made good plays, he made his teammates better.
Here's Larry Bird chucking down the court.
He did it all.
This game is Larry Bird's. I mean, he's doing everything.
Each and every time he entered or approached the game, he knew that his will, his desire, what he was going to accomplish that night was going to be the determining factor.
Lead to Bird off the fake, improves his position, and the Celtics are up again.
I think probably the most infamous is the steal against Detroit.
Detroit by 1, 17 seconds, so Boston goes for the final shot.
It's one of those games where you remember where you're at that time because everyone's like, oh my goodness, they're going to beat the Celtics. This is unbelievable. And I remember I was in LA at the dorms. The guys were all around. We were watching the game.
And the ball gets knocked out of bounds by Ada. No, they call it the other way.
The Detroit ball with 5 seconds to go.
You know, Detroit was right at the apex to get over the hump. And the only way you were going to get over the hump was to beat the Celtics. Isaiah wants to hurriedly get the ball in bounds, which is a good move on his part.
And now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? No. No, he didn't.
What a play by Bird. Bird stole the inbounding pass. And Boston has a 1-point lead with 1 second left. Oh my, this place is going crazy.
It's funny, my rookie year, our first game was in the Garden. Of course, the Celtics were beating us down, but we were playing very competitively. And I remember, because I had never met Larry before, and I remember him walking up to me and saying, keep working hard. You're going to be a good one. And for him to say that to me, and I'm on an opposing team, and he doesn't know me from Adam, that really meant a lot.
Come on, guys. It's going to take time here. Let's get going.
You know, it's hard to even fathom that he is coaching.
Be patient on offense, okay? Take your time and get whatever you want.
During the games, when we're making runs and we're getting back into the game or we're stretching the lead, you know, he'll always look at me and say, if you got a chance to shoot a three, to put the dagger in, do it.
Picked up Mullen, kicks it to Jackson. Miller, a wide open three. It's good. The pitch out to Miller for three. Reggie Miller with a cold-blooded three.
We all know that Larry, he lived this game, and he poured his heart and soul into this game. And Coach would have played this game for free because of the love of the game. But what I like the most about him is he still hates to lose, even in the coaching ranks. Every time he steps on the court, he doesn't know the word lose. He just wants to win.
Reggie says he would have loved to have played alongside Bird, but the next best thing is playing for him. Now Larry had never coached at any level before joining the Pacers, but his on-the-job training went pretty smoothly. In his first season, he led Indiana to the conference finals and won the Coach of the Year award. All he had to do was find room for it in his trophy case, which was already jam-packed from his playing days. And we'll look back at his career in just a moment.
He was not about clothes, he was not about fashion, wasn't about cars, he was about the love of the game.
People already are starting to compare you to some of the all-time greats, in the pro game. Do you think this is fair?
No, not really. I play a whole different game. I try to just do the things that I have to do to win, and I know it takes just more in scoring, so I don't care who they compare me with, I'm still...
Man, they want to say he's fast. Hell no, man. That nigga, he was running fast, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody gonna run like fucking supersonic unless you a track star. Like, that is fast, bro.
Already are starting to compare you to some of the all-time greats, in the pro game. Do you think this is fair?
No, not really. I play a whole different game. I try to just do the things that I have to do to win, and I know it takes just more in scoring, so I don't care who they compare me with, I'm still Larry Bird.
In the late 70s, the once proud Boston Celtics had fallen on some pretty tough times, but they were revived by a rather unlikely hero, a shy country boy from a small town in Indiana named Larry Bird. In college, he led unheralded Indiana State to the national championship game. And in 1979, he began turning the Celtics into winners once again. Over the next decade, Bird led Boston to 3 NBA titles and won 3 MVP awards. He always played his best when the stakes were highest, and he left behind some unforgettable images. Larry Joe Bird was one of those players that your eyes were always drawn to. Maybe it was his blonde, almost whitish hair, or his ruddy, pale complexion, or the way he single-handedly placed a small, anonymous rural school on the basketball map. Remember the way he used to rub his hands dry on the bottoms of his sneakers? Arriving in Boston in 1979, he entered into basketball's ultimate cathedral and quickly became etched in part of the history of the NBA's most storied franchise.
He seems like a Celtic. I mean, can anybody envision Larry Bird wearing a Laker uniform? He doesn't even look right. I mean, think about the colors on Larry. Does that look right? I don't think so.
And as if performing from a written script, this unique player rescued a fallen dynasty while embodying all the qualities of past Celtic greats. The deft passing of Bob Cousy, the burning intensity of Dave Cowens, the art of the steal like John Havlicek. The brashness of the Celtic patriarch Red Auerbach, and the ability to wage a psychological war on the court like Bill Russell.
I called Larry Bird one year. I said, I just want to tell you something. The way you conducted yourself and the way you played made me proud to be a Celtic.
But no one saw the game quite like Bird did. With his unique vision and peerless court sense, Bird used the other players on the basketball court the way a grandmaster moved the pieces on a chessboard.
Now they clear aside for Larry. Fakes it.
Bird. There's the play of the game, right there.
But his skills did not come without sacrifice. The quintessential gym rat who was constantly looking to improve, Bird was a working-class hero who fans in the last rows could relate to.
He was not about clothes, he was not about fashion, wasn't about cars, he was about the love of the game.
I could never relax because I knew Larry was working. Whatever it is that he couldn't do, I knew he was going to work on it.
The combination of his superior talents and his reserved, sometimes cryptic personality made him all the more fascinating to the entire country. And his background only added to his mystique. Hailing from a small town that seemed almost fictitious, he appeared to be more like a Mark Twain character than a basketball impresario. Like the quiet drifter in an old western from a bygone era, he possessed an innate destroyer instinct, always knowing how to put away his opponents.
Well, I had a lot of confidence that I had an opportunity to do something to help our team win. If it came down to that last shot, I wanted to take it.
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1. Aims to Bird. He gets a good shot in the Celtics winner. Incredible.
Suns by 2. They throw to Bird. Here comes Bird. Puts it up. Counts the bucket. We're tied at 104. And Bird will go to the line for his 51st.
2-point Maverick lead.
Bird's the man they want to have it. Yes, indeed.
Bird for 3. Yes! Larry Bird for 3 with 4 seconds to go. Celtics lead it by 1. What can you say about Larry Bird?
Hitting so many clutch baskets time and time again, it was amazing that teams couldn't devise a way to stop him. And on those rare occasions when he did miss his mark, he did so with a quality that made him heroic, even in defeat.
He was just a phenomenal teammate who could do anything and everything by himself, but always in the framework of the team.
I care about my teammates. I want to see my teammates do well. He personified that.
I liked it when everybody was involved. You know, you play as a team, you win as a team, you lose as a team.
Never seeking public attention, Bird exuded a quiet inner dignity. A reluctant hero, he preferred to let his play on the court speak for itself, which in turn made him even more endearing.
Larry Bird just, whew. We better move on because we'll be here for hours talking about him.
Touching the hearts of everyone who watched him play, he left behind a sense of wonder and a lasting legacy. He was Larry Legend. Larry left an indelible mark on the game and surprised many people along the way. He was often told he couldn't run, couldn't jump, and didn't have the athleticism for the NBA. But whatever he lacked physically, he more than made up for with intensity, intelligence, and sheer hard work. From his childhood in French Lick, Indiana, to his final days in Boston, Bird never stopped working to improve. He was nicknamed the Hick from French Lick. But as Larry once said, quote, "I came to Boston a hick and left a legend, and that's not bad." Later, we'll relive one of Bird's greatest moments against Magic and the Lakers in the '84 finals. Welcome back, everyone, to Vintage NBA. The careers of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson will forever be linked. They had one of the NBA's greatest rivalries. As we log on to the Vintage NBA page at NBA.com, it says that Johnson's Lakers took 2 or 3 NBA finals from Bird's Celtics. And you couldn't have had 2 more perfectly cast rivals. Magic, the flashy showman who embodied the glitz and glamour of L.A., versus the poker-faced blue-collar Bird who symbolized the tradition of Boston.
When that game was coming up 2-3 weeks out, people were preparing then. And both cities just, as soon as we hit town, it was like the devil hitting town, you know? It's like, oh, the devil is here, you know? I mean, the baggage guys at the airport. Oh, Magic! Larry Larry's gonna kill you tomorrow. There's no magic here. This is Larry Bird town.
The Larry Magic rivalry was so captivating it was even turned into a TV commercial, one that featured Johnson invading Bird's home turf.
I heard Converse made a pair of Bird shoes for last year's MVP.
Yep.
Well, they made a pair of Magic shoes for this year's MVP.
Okay, Magic, show me what you got.
The Bird shoe, the Magic shoe. Choose your weapon.
Bet you forgot about that commercial, huh? One man who recognized the value of one-on-one competition was Magic's former coach, Pat Riley, a master motivator and one of the NBA's greatest coaches.
I don't think you ever get anywhere in life unless you develop an adversary. And you want to have an adversary, an opponent, an enemy in your business that's going to motivate you, that's going to bring out the best in you.
Great rivalries have always been a hallmark of the sports world. But head-to-head showdowns aren't just limited to the athletic arena. Throughout history, adversaries have been duking it out. Some of the best? So glad you asked. Way back when, there was a battle waged between Grant and Lee, just a little dispute that developed into the Civil War. In West Side Story, the Sharks and the Jets rumbled for the rights to their turf, the streets of New York. King Kong already owned New York and the Empire State Building, but he had to fight Godzilla for the mantle of greatest monster. For many years, the Cold War raged between the U.S. and the USSR. Luckily, that one never came to blows. But it does come to blows every Saturday morning between these two. The funny thing is, the Roadrunner seems to win every time. Now, of course, we couldn't get to all the famous rivals. For instance, the Hatfields and the McCoys will have to wait for another show. We only have so much time, folks. But we do have a little battle between the NBA's arch enemies, the Lakers and the Celtics, coming up. They'll square off in the 1984 finals and one of Larry Bird's greatest moments, a pressure cooker that came to be known as the sauna game. So stay with us.
All right, I am going to make a part 2 because this is like 46 minutes, so I'm definitely going to make a part 2 to this.
5 years after battling for the NCAA title, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson renewed their rivalry in the NBA. The Celtics and Lakers met for the 1984 championship. They split the first 4 games, and Game 5 was a heated battle in more ways than one, as Boston Garden was sweltering. We'll relive that game in a special sighting for you bird watchers, straight from the ornithology section of the Airwave Archive. Larry and the Celtics lead by 6 in the second quarter as we join Dick Stockton and Tommy Heinsohn on a steamy June 8th, 1984.
Everyone is hot, over 90 degrees, and moving toward that century figure.
Boston Garden's idea of air conditioning is to open all the doors and have the ushers blow hard.
8:25 remaining in the first half. The Celtics have committed 2 team fouls. The Lakers 1. And the free throw by McGee. McHale on the follow-up. Kareem goes inside and lays it in, and the basket counts and a foul. So after McGee missed, the Celtics scored, and now Kareem, double team.
They're really surrounding him. Everybody's back in the paint, but boy, what a nice super move. That was really a terrific move by Jabbar to free himself.
But Kevin McHale has 4 personal fouls. McHale has 4 fouls and remains in the ball game. Cedric Maxwell will undoubtedly replace him momentarily. So the Celtics may not be getting that much out of McHale beyond what they've seen. McHale is fouled, and the crowd cheers derisively at the officials, who think it's been all in favor of the Lakers so far.
McHale goes to the bench right now with those 4 personals as Maxwell arrives on the scene. But McHale, they feel that he is their real big advantage at power forward. Nobody of the Lakers can guard him. At least that's what Casey Jones feels. He's had some troubles against this 1 foot in the paint defense by Pat Riley. The last ball game, he got his shots off, but didn't hit them.
McHale goes out with 10 points. Are the Lakers playing it as tight inside as they have in the previous games?
Well, we're seeing a little bit more outside now. Bird is starting to move outside, or another one of the Celtics, a little bit more movement in their offense.
So the Lakers are not packed in as much.
Nope.
Bird blocked from behind. It's still Boston ball, and it was Magic Johnson who came from behind Larry Bird to get a piece of that one. 7:40 remain in the first half. The Celtics by 5, now 7, as Dennis Johnson is in double figures with 10 points. Magic Johnson, Cooper, Rambis, Kareem, and Worthy, the same 5 that started the game. The Celtics, pesky as well as the Lakers are, tipping loose balls.
I tell you, Johnson is playing like a man possessed. DJ, Dennis Johnson.
And you know, Magic always does. 7 on the shot clock. Magic Johnson with a screen from Rambis. It's his first outside shot. He's underrated in that department. That's his 4th point of the ball game. 40-35 Celtics. Buckner has seen a lot of action here in this first half. Parrish. Rambis the rebound.
As an unheralded man on the Lakers, Kurt Rambis, boy, he does a blue-collar job for this team.
Magic Johnson is on a hot streak. It's 2 in a row. And now the Lakers have come within 3. They had a 6-point lead in the first period. The Celtics moved out to 8, and this basket counts. Larry Bird gets the basket. He has 10 points and will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Here you see Larry Bird, great pick by Parrish. Michael Cooper is going to be facing all those bodies on picks, and here's the foul. A 3-point possibility.
Bird misses the free throw, so let's see how they match up. It is Carr on Worthy, and you know the Lakers will try to take advantage of that. Here's Worthy. Buckner on Magic Johnson. Dennis Johnson's on Cooper, and the sky hook. The sky hook has really not been in sync that much for Kareem in this series.
His rhythm seems to be off with it. You know, there's a certain rhythm you develop shooting a shot. The Celtics have been bumping him a little bit, destroying that rhythm.
Larry Bird. You ever seen many players who can shoot off balance as a forward like Larry Bird can?
Very, very few in my entire stay in the NBA.
Anyone like him? Did you think about?
Well, the closest guy I can think to him is Paul Westphal.
Magic Johnson, who's found a shooting eye from outside, now has 8 points. He is the leading rebounder in the series. In fact, has been shooting 67%, as the Lakers coming in with a gaudy shooting percentage. 97 degrees inside ancient Boston Garden. And the Laker foul called against Michael Cooper. It'll be Cooper's 3rd personal foul. 3 on Cooper, and that is the 4th team foul on the Lakers. The Celtics have 3. Bird, a 3-pointer for Larry Bird. And the Celtics are up by 6 points again, 47-41. Here's a pick and roll engineered by Magic Johnson to James Worthy, who rolled to the hoop. And it's a 4-point lead again. Worthy, the rebound. And now Kareem looking up court. Cooper. Magic Johnson. Dennis Johnson won't let Magic free. And there's Magic Johnson finally finding an open space. Bird the rebound on the missed shot. Under 5 minutes to go, first half. Dennis Johnson all the way in. And the Celtic bench is up, and a steal by Bird. Larry Bird finds Dennis Johnson, who's open. And Pat Riley wants a timeout.
And it's a great timeout, Dick, because the Lakers are dead tired right now. They're all with their hands on their hips. And for a fast break team with speed, that's not a good sign.
I remember that hot box. It was hot. Everybody's sweating already. The game is still half hour away. Everybody's just sweating, just anticipating this game and what's going to happen. It was the highest level of basketball that I have ever played. You didn't sleep before you played the Celtics. You were so excited. You were playing the game before the game actually was played. You were wondering what Larry Bird was going to do. Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale. That's basketball. That's basketball. Oh, man.
And it was basketball at its best in the '84 finals as Magic and Larry battled it out. They also had to battle the heat, which climbed to 98 degrees at courtside. Actually, Bird said he didn't mind the conditions that much. He said he would just run faster to try to create his own breeze. Whatever he did, it was working because the Celtics now lead by 3 in the third quarter as we return to Game 5 of the '84 finals.
And talking about the shooting percentage, the Celtics have the edge, but right now it's slimmed down. Boston shooting 47%, LA 45%. The Celtics have not hit 50% in any game so far, and the Lakers haven't been under 50. Maxwell has it knocked away by Magic, and Henderson is there, and that breaks a 7-point string by the Lakers. 5-point lead for the Celtics. We're nearly nearing the halfway point of this third session. McAdoo way over Bird. Kareem crashes the board, but Parrish comes out with it. And here's a Celtic break. Johnson. Bird. 23 for Larry Bird. That did not come out of the playbook, though. Kareem inside. Blocked by Parrish. Taken back by McGee, who challenges Robert Parrish and goes in with the shot.
That's the poor outlet pass that time by Parrish. Made a great play and then a poor pass.
Kevin McHale with his 4 personal fouls has been on the bench a long time, since early in the second period. Kareem steals to Worthy. McGee and Henderson fouls it. Gerald Henderson fouled McGee and probably saved the basket in the process. Here is McHale back in the ball game. He comes back with 4 fouls. And Swen Nader returns for the Lakers. And Kareem goes out. Abdul-Jabbar has 14 points and 5 for 21 shooting. McAdoo.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was a little tired. I did kind of doze off a little bit, but I'm not gonna edit it out either. I'm gonna leave it in there. But I'm good. I just want to know. I know y'all probably seen it, so. But we good. We straight.
And a loose ball foul called against Swen Nader. 3 fouls on Nader, who was part of 2 NCAA championship teams at UCLA. And a fine rebounder to spell Kareem so far in this series.
Well, the Celtics may go to Robert Parrish at this point. Nader can't guard him.
How about Larry Bird, who has 25 points and is 11 for 14 shooting.
When Worthy is on him, he feels free to shoot the ball outside because Worthy wants to back off him.
McHale. McAdoo loses it to Dennis Johnson. It's a race with Magic. 9-point lead and a timeout by the Lakers. Boston Celtics, who are playing in the same humidity, look as fresh as anything, and the Lakers look like they are exhausted.
This is no fun for a big guy playing in this heat.
I never knew about this game either, but I'm guessing this is the playoffs. I never knew that this happened.
Well, that's Larry Bird, and he has played a lot of minutes so far. And normally when you get tired, a guy like Larry Bird starts to miss from the outside. All big people start to front rim things. Well, here he is. He's just hitting that long outside shot. He wants to win this thing so badly. I don't think he's even considering being tired.
Tommy, you've had a lot of rough nights in a lot of heat, and I know that Brent talked about that triple overtime with Phoenix. Was that the most grueling night you spent here?
It sure was. I got dehydrated in that triple overtime and passed out in the locker room in front of the press. Now there's Kareem. And actually just passed out right there in front of the newspaper guy.
Of course, you're talking about that great game in 1976. Tommy Heinsohn guiding the Celtics to the title over Phoenix. Good feed from Magic Johnson to Mike McGee. 76-69, 4:20 to go in the third period. Henderson, alley-oop, Parrish. So Parrish got behind McAdoo. They went back door, and it worked.
Well, Nader was playing the play. He thought he was going to try and come to the low post, and they double-crossed him. A little alley-oop to Barrett.
Steal by Bird. McHale deflected it. And Johnson tipped it out of bounds. Still Boston ball, and you can see the Celtic bench very much in this game. Leading 78-69, 9-point lead. Biggest margin for Boston was 12. Henderson. And Swen Nader clears it to McGee. Celtics getting back on defense. McGee went around, but without the ball. And an offensive foul called against L.A. Dennis Johnson was hit in the face.
McGee was determined to take it strong to the hoop. And Dennis Johnson had him played absolutely perfectly.
4 personal fouls now on Mike McGee, who was a starter most of the playoffs until the move made by Pat Riley in the 6th game at Phoenix to put in James Worthy at forward and Michael Cooper at guard, and it worked. Right now, the Celtics lead in a 2-2 series. Here's Bird again. McHale over the top, may have been hit, and he has been. 5 personal fouls on Kevin McHale as he tried to go over the top. Byron Scott is coming in for the first time in the ball game, the rookie Laker guard.
You can't worry about fouling out. You got to go and do your job. There's McHale over the top. And I don't think there was that much contact on that play, to tell you the truth. He had his hands on the ball like the other 2 players.
15 foul. McAdoo will go to the line to shoot 2.
He's got the weirdest free throw shot, Bob McAdoo. When I first saw
that's why I made that face, man. Like, what kind of that dasher just woke me up now, man. What kind of free throw shot was that? Oh, man.
Saw him in Olympic tryouts. He didn't hit. They told me he scored 38 points a game in college. I couldn't believe it.
1 out of 2 for Bob McAdoo. So McGee went out, and Byron Scott, the rookie from Arizona State, is in the ball game. He's a good outside shooter. Here's McHale inside, blocked by Nader, I believe. And here come the Lakers, trying to cut it to 6. Nader off the rim. And a foul, loose ball against James Worthy. And all the gentleman from North Carolina did was nod his head to Earl Strom.
Alright, y'all, we're gonna pause here. I'm gonna definitely make a part 2 of this. And yeah, man, appreciate all of the support. And I'm out of this joint for now. Definitely look out for that part 2. But yeah, man, this is real good vintage. Yeah, this is something good. I gotta see some other stuff like this of Larry Bird I can find. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna edit it out enough, and I damn sure did almost fell asleep a little bit. I'm a little tired, I ain't gonna lie. But I'm always be honest. I'm always keep it real. I'm always let y'all see realistic things going on. I ain't gonna fake, gonna edit nothing out. Shit, not at all. I'ma keep it real, man. Keep it real, real, real. I know. Some people edit out stuff, but nope, not me. Nope. You're gonna see everything, the real everything. But anyway, man, y'all not keep it short and sweet. Look out for the part 2. That's definitely coming. And yeah, man, I'm out of this joint. I love y'all. Peace.